Well, it's a pleasure to be here first and foremost. Thank you very much. Yep, it's about 1:30 in the morning right now. So there's a hot cup of coffee brewing over there, just to make sure we have that juice going still. And it's cool to meet all of you guys and tell you a little bit about our program, which is called Horizons Czech Republic, which is modeled after essentially my personal adventure when 14 years ago I was a truck driver based in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and I didn't have a whole lot of prospects on where my life was going, what I wanted to do with it. I don't know if truck driving was a forever thing, but I just couldn't find something that stuck for myself until I was told about this program that is very universal. It's called TEFL or TEFL, or Teaching English as a Foreign Language. I researched what that was, signed up for a teaching course, which I will get into shortly, and found that there was a absolutely massive um, job market in Prague, Czech Republic. Prague is the capital city of the Czech Republic, which sits in Central Europe. It's a beautiful city and a place where I've been able to call home for about the last 14 years. It's been an absolute adventure. I met my wife here. My daughter was born here. I've, of course, explored entrepreneurial opportunities here. And that's kind of what Horizons is. Horizon is there to kind of plug and play what I went through to get here and set up my life here, both economically, socially, and almost psychologically, I guess, in a way. So just a little bit about Czech Republic. Oh, there we go. So what is Horizons? First and foremost, it is a one-of-its-kind program for the Czech Republic that offers you work, an internationally recognized certification that you keep for the rest of your life, and of course, visa assistance as well, because anytime you go somewhere in the world that you're not born, you got to go through a visa process. And we've been doing those for close to a decade in this beautiful country. So what Horizons does is we take you from start to finish. There's lots of companies that do a piece of this. We're the ones that takes care of it all. Start to finish, and we hold your hand the whole way. We have a wonderful staff, wonderful people, Americans and Czechs, all working together to make sure that this beautiful city and this experience is very accessible to you. That's what our goal is. Close the window there. So that's an overview. I'm not going to read through all of this step by step, piece by piece, but Prague, of course, is a very, very beautiful city. It's an older city. It still has a functioning castle in it, which serves as the seat of the head of state. It is surrounded by a region what's called the Bohemian region, and it's known, of course, for having delicious beer, wonderful, very hardy people, old castles just littering across the countryside. And frankly, you can take a train across the countryside and go from one side of the country to the other for about $20. So it's a very accessible country. So how does our program work for you? That's the idea. That's the meat and potatoes of this. First, we start with an interview, which is where you and I have a conversation. And we talk about this program, how it can best suit your needs, whether it be a gap year, whether it be something a little bit more long-term. We have clientele with us from all ages, all walks of life, and Czech Republic is better for it. So we interview you. I ask you some questions, and then what I do is I take that interview and I shop it to about 4 different language schools who are looking to hire English teachers. And this is before you take the course, mind you. They just want to get to know your personality. And these schools hire hundreds and hundreds of people to be English teachers, and your only qualification is you need to be able to speak English, and you have at least a completed high school diploma. So once a school has decided to pick you up, we then move to part 2, which is where you are certified as a TEFL teacher through our online TEFL partners at TEFL Pros. That course is 120 hours. It's internationally recognized, and it certifies you to be a teacher anywhere in the world as long as English as the second language is the focus. Then we move to the Czech Republic. We get you set up. There's a dormitory here we partner with that offers music studio, movie theater, billiards, on-site restaurants, things like that, right in the heart of Prague. So we move you there, we set you up, you start working right away when you get here. And while you're doing that, we handle your visa process in the background. My team and staff have been doing visas for about 10 years now, and we're very, very well fluent. We've done over 3,000 visas since we've been doing this. So that's the idea of the interview. We do a small recording, we send it to our partners. It's done via Google Meet, and of course, you get a copy of it as well for future job prospects. So I want to make sure I get through all this. Of course, you take your TEFL course through TEFL Pros. That's 120 hours. It is online. Then we get you here to Prague. I pick you up from the airport myself. I actually did that with a student this morning. So if I look a little tired, it's been a long day. And we take you all the way to your dormitory, and I give you a 1 month public transportation pass so you can get around this beautiful city, do some sightseeing. And of course, we handle your visa process as well. Just a quick shot of some of the schools here, so you can pause the screen if you want to do some research on these schools, what they're looking for, things of that nature. And the entire package, this whole thing is $975, which you will make back your first month of working here as an English teacher. And that includes the job placement, the TEFL certificate, the visa service, transportation pass. And of course, we're going to be with you weekly just to make sure you're getting integrated with a lot of our partners. We partner with restaurants, a football team, and of course, a couple Czech lessons as well. So if you have any questions, this is my contact information. Feel free to reach out to us. And it's been a pleasure talking to you guys today.